Hello, everybody. We are the Geeks and the Degenerates, and today we are doing Triangle of Sadness.
To be honest, I really thought like you gave me the wrong movie, or I like clicked on the wrong movie. Because I saw it, I was like, oh, from the poster, I never saw a trailer of this thing. I never saw anything about it. I didn't hear anything about it. All I know is that I had to do a review on it today. And when I saw the poster, I was like, oh, it's a murder mystery on a boat. Kind of like another movie that's coming up soon with Daniel Craig. No, it's just a very
Movie.
yeah. No, I mean, it has messages, like it has shit to say,
Yeah.
and I get it, but I was like, did I click on the right movie? Like I had to double check with you. I was like, Triangle of Sadness, right? Triangle of Sadness, and then the person says it, and I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, it's an odd movie.
It is like one of the only reasons why we're doing this because it has a Filipino who's up for an Oscar nomination, and Dolly De Leon.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's like, let's see what this movie's about and why Dolly De Leon is nominated or up for consideration. But yeah. All right, like right from the start, you can tell it's all about commentary on everything under the sun. Like we start with the men's fashion world and how, I guess, different it is than the women's fashion world.
Ah, yeah. Like this is the part where it like the inequality of how much people get in the fashion industry, where men typically don't get as much as women do, because it is a women dominant scene. And yeah, for sure, it's kind of the same vice versa with other industries as well. You know, and that's pretty much the commentary of this thing. And it's not my words. There's the movie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he even spells it out when they're at the dinner scene, where the person puts out the bill and he's like, and his girlfriend Yaya is like, "Thank you," and he's thrown off by that. He's like, "Wait, I thought you were supposed to pay." And like, come on, I'm already getting paid less than you because you're getting paid more. Because she's an influencer, he's a model.
Yeah.
I think she's also a model. I don't know.
Yeah, in real life she's a model.
Oh yeah, in real life she's a real life model, but like here she's an influencer.
Yeah. And you get the sense that they're only dating or together because of it attracts more followers. They get more likes.
Yeah, that was the hard truth where Yaya kind of drops on him after he has this whole explosive scene. It was hard to watch, but at the same time, like, good on you, Harry's Dickens as Carl. Like, good on you for that scene where like it's not about the money and he keeps like cutting off the elevator just to talk to her. I was like, hard as it is to watch, this is actually a pretty sick scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you, as you mentioned, you meet Charlie and Yaya, and they're just
Carl
and Yaya, and they're just like there for followers and to get, what do you call that, clout for their pages, for their social media.
Do you know how much this movie threw me off? Because I was like, oh, it's a modeling movie. Like, oh, how this guy gets paid less compared to female models, and I guess it's commentary on that. Where the lady's like, hey, can you fix the triangle of sadness right here? Which we found out is that thing. Roll credits. And then, when we get the dialogue of like, okay, we finally sit down and we get to talk, and then, what is your real feelings towards me? And she's like, yeah, you're just for clout. And he goes, okay. Alright, we're going on this cruise. I'm gonna make you fall in love with me. So I was like, oh god, it's an actual love story. And then they go on the cruise and then it just gets weird from there. I was like, what is this movie about?
Yeah, they go on this cruise that's like for the elite of the elite. You're like, huh, I think I know where this movie's going. Like, you see the staff and the main, I guess, stewardess, Paula, is telling her crew, like, you only say yes in this cruise. Never say no. if you keep saying yes, you'll get a very big tip. And they all are like, yeah, money.
Yeah, and like we do see Dolly De Leon
Yeah.
here, and I don't know if you noticed, she was in Heaven's Waiting.
Yeah.
Which we did a review on. If you guys want to see that, here's a link above if Enzo knows how to do that.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be linked by the end. But she was I think the mayor's wife in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That's why I was like, oh shit, it's her. When I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
Um.
And I was like, oh shit, it's her. Because when she popped up and like I heard the accent, because I wasn't really paying attention, because I thought she was an extra. I was like, wait. I was like, that's Dolly De Leon. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. And like you kind of see the hierarchy of the staff too. Like, for like above deck is like the crew keeping the guests entertained, and below deck is the rest.
It's the cleaning crew.
Yeah.
And then below deck is the maintenance, mechanics.
Mechanics,
engineers.
yeah, maintenance too, and
Yeah.
like majority of them are Filipino. You're like
Mm-hmm.
right away. I'm like, that
At
is
the
reality.
At the start, I was like, the accent. I was like, because if you hear a Filipino's accent, like right there,
Yeah.
you're a Filipino, you can tell that's a Filipino accent. No, it does not sound like a Spanish accent. It doesn't sound like
A
any
Mexican.
other, Mexican or Southeast Asian
Oh, yeah.
accent. No, Filipino accent is very distinct.
Yeah, like if you're a fellow Filipino, like you're drawn to it. You're like, he just spoke Tagalog, or he has a very distinct.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
English.
like, I was like,
he's
Mom?
speaking English. Yeah. When you're speaking English, too, you're like, he's definitely Filipino. I can just tell.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the main stewardess is also trying to get the captain to do his responsibilities, and you hear from the voice, you're like, that's fucking Woody Harrelson. Amazing.
Yeah. We also get that. I think this guy's from 2012. This is the last time I saw this guy. The Russian Dmitri.
Are you just
Is he
saying
from
that?
Hong
No, I don't think so. Are you just
Is-
saying
is
that
he
because
not?
he's
No,
from
because I
Russia?
thought he was the guy who was like, yeah, no, he's the guy. He's the
Hey.
one taking the Bentley.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like for me, majority of these people are kind of fun to talk to because they got a shit ton of stories to tell,
Yeah.
and they're really full of themselves, so they really want to talk about themselves.
Yeah.
So you could just say nothing the whole cruise and just listen to these rich people just talk and just be like, wow, hey, you might learn a thing or two.
And then you meet a German couple where the wife has had a stroke and she can't really communicate that well. And then you meet like a sweet British couple, or like, I think they're gonna be the wholesome couple. Yeah. Until later on, you're like, oh my.
I got some thoughts on that
Yeah.
couple.
Yeah. And then like the first night, you also see like this lonely rich guy who's trying to shoot a shot with Yaya and like Dimitri's wife, I think.
No, his daughter.
His daughter.
Yeah, I think his name was Jarmo.
And he shoots a shot, and you're like, he has heart. He's trying.
Yeah, oh, dude, I almost opened this fucking movie, but it was so relatable because we've all been there, or we've had a friend who's been there, where this guy like finally musters the courage to get a tad bit close to these voluptuous women, and he's like, "Can you take a photo? I was supposed to meet somebody here, but they didn't come." And he makes an awkward photo, and then the girls were like, "Okay, let's entertain him. Come here, let's take a photo together." And he's like willing to buy them watches, like Rolex watches and shit.
Yeah.
A bit of a odd sleazy move, but okay.
Yeah.
And then like Yaya tries to dance with him. He's like, no, I'm too embarrassed. I was like, fuck, I've seen this before too many times. I've been there. And then I started to learn how to dance, and then like I can do it now, but like that was me before. I was like, god, it's hard to watch.
And going back a bit, like, Carl gets one of the crew members fired because he like was cleaning without his shirt on, and Yaya was looking at him and he got jealous. Like he realizes like, oh shit, I cost this man his job because I was just jealous. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, I still do feel like you should crew members shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, I got a professional as
Yeah.
vibe. Like, you shouldn't. work with your shirt off unless I don't know, you're the pool guy.
Yeah, and you see how elite this whole cruise is, because it basically is a yacht, like a yacht, like just with crew, staff and crew, and a captain, and that's like exclusively for like literally the 1% of the world.
Yeah, these are the 1% people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like oh, God, there's this other couple that was just odd that like they went to Paula and she was like, "Hey, I was sunbathing out on the deck and I just noticed that your sails, they're a little bit dirty." I'm like,
what sails though?
What sails? I don't know what the fuck was that about.
Yeah.
She was a reoccurring character. I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Very commentary.
Like, she probably has to. I was like, can you go away? I'm sorry, I'm so mean. Anyway, go on.
And then the second day is when we get, I guess, Dimitri's wife telling this staff member, like, come in the pool, let's switch sides.
And it was like, oh, yeah, like, oh, we could get all of the crew members, and it was a very, again, it's just hard to watch.
Yeah.
It's an odd way for a rich person to entertain themselves by making a workers enjoy or like, you know, enjoy their day swimming. I'm like, you're forcing them to stop working to swim. This is just weird. It's just weird.
Like, even
it's a very rich person move, but it's...
And like the crew below, they're like, guys, we have to swim. They're like, why?
Ugh. You're right, they're like, ugh. No, but yeah, they're like, come on, let's go. If y'all watched this and you didn't understand what the guy was saying, he was just saying, get your trunks.
Yeah.
We're going swimming. The rich people are kind of forcing us to swim.
Even the main chef was like, they do realize that the food might be ruined if we stop right now. Yeah. And then the place later on.
Which is like a very foreshadowing thing, like... And Woody Harrelson doesn't help because he's supposed to be the captain and he's supposed to show up for a captain's dinner.
Yeah.
And Paula just tries to tell him, hey, we can have it another night, just not Thursday. It was like, yeah, sure, Thursday. Thursday's fine.
But it's like food.
Yeah, no, but they're like, no, there's a storm coming on Thursday. We can't do it on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday's fine. Just go away. And I'm like, wow. I feel bad for Paula.
Yeah, even the first officer's like, I'm not going to help. If he's not going to bother, I'm not going to bother. And poor Paula's just stressed.
Which is also like, hey, don't take this way of thinking because it's kind of a shitty way of thinking. Like, if somebody's not going to step up, at least you should step up as second in command.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And then we get to the dinner scene, the captain's dinner.
Ah, my favorite scene. I love this fucking whole... It was just chaos. This is when the movie just like it had structure, well, as much structure as it showed.
Yeah.
And it just fell on itself.
Like...
Not in a bad way. I'm not saying this movie fell apart. I'm saying the movie purposefully fell apart. Like, oh shit, here we go. Yeah. This is where shit hits the fan, and maybe literally and figuratively.
Like, we get the weird woman who tells Woody Harrelson, like, oh, your sails...
The sails are dirty. And like, Woody Harrelson's like, shut the fuck up. Go to your seat.
It's like, but we're in a motorized vehicle. And then she just stares at them like, yeah. I guess we'll clean the sails.
Yeah. We also get the scene with Carl and Yaya, where they're with the British couple that we thought was wholesome.
Yeah.
And they pretty much show that, like, hey, yeah, we gained our fortune by spreading democracy around the world. And I immediately knew it was like, oh.
I was like,
it's either they're arms dealers or they make guns. Like, or no, they make hand grenades.
Yeah.
Which is like a very woo.
Like the darn UN imposed sanctions on our landmine figures, so we were broke for a bit, but we rose up through other means.
Yeah, they're personalized explosive device.
Yeah.
which is a very fancy word for landmine.
Yeah.
And you could see Yaya just like, ooh. Yeah, this entire scene was just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It was just messed up because you could see people starting to get sick. The environment itself, the music. I don't know if there was music, but the environment was just uncomfortable. You would see the ship start to tip. Even I felt nauseous. Waves crashing into the windows and rain, like brewing a storm, pretty much. And people trying to force themselves to eat while being seasick was just horrible. And then it just got worse and worse. You start to see people like throwing up. Like people in the distance while other people are just carrying on eating. I was like, wow.
Yeah, you're like, I couldn't. The smell alone would make me go bleh.
I would have just left. Like if I was Carl and Yaya, I was just like, peace.
Yeah, just the
just
sound. I'm like, oh well, one's giving out. I'm gonna leave. Bye.
Yeah, I don't care how much Well, the cruise was free for Yaya and Carl because she's the influencer. So I'll be like, doesn't matter. Food was free, but I can't eat my food because somebody's throwing up.
Yeah.
And I love it that the captain wasn't bothered. Like he had his hamburger and his fries, and he's like, I'm on this boat 24/7, so I'm used to this. Like he's just swaying. Like, dang. I'm giving a fuck.
And then you see all these people just bellowing their guts out. You're like, fucking shit.
It's just a symphony. Like that's when the music kicks in. Like it's just funny. It's hard to watch, but it's funny.
Yeah.
You see somebody having a heart attack on the spot. You're saying like the Russian woman who was like making the staff swim.
Yeah.
Just pretty much throw up in front of everybody. And then the one guy who's enjoying his food is like,
and then continues eating.
A splatter of like throw up on his face.
And then continues to eat. You're like, why?
Exactly. Like I would have left.
Yeah.
By that point, and she would like grab wine. It was like, no, drink water, please. Dude, the poor staff was just like, we just gotta put a smile on.
Yeah.
Which I felt bad because I was like, this is what they go through. They have to put a smile on even though the scenario is shit.
Yeah. And then Dimitri and the captain have this battle of ideologies because the captain is communist.
Like they pretty much started pulling every philosophy quote right off their ass. Like one was, well, the captain was pretty much doing this whole capitalist and communist spiel.
Yeah, because he's Marxist and the Russian is Dmitry is capitalist.
Capitalist, which is very ironic.
Yeah.
and like I do like that too. They're just spewing out ideologies, which was a very interesting scene.
Yeah.
And you could see that they're the two people who just didn't give a fuck in this boat. Like the ship's rocking, they're both drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
And then they get to the intercom, and it's like the ship's going down, making everybody panic.
And they're spewing philosophy while Paolo's panicking, and the rest of the people are just vomiting their guts out. Like Dimitri's wife is spewing from both ends.
Around in the bathroom.
It's like, oh god, my back. And then she goes forward. He goes,
oh my back. What?
Isn't that scene because she was spewing from both ends? You're like, oh god, why?
Yeah. And you see one guy just having a violent diarrhea because the food went bad because the Russian lady made them go swimming.
Yeah. Because you can be like, alright, the seafood's on pause. Nothing will go bad, right? Nothing. Oh, fuck.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't work that way. But yeah, this scene was funny because when the cleanup crew comes in and they start cleaning, you see the toilet just blows up. And it starts to leak everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody's just having a horrible day.
Like
horrible night.
How much tissue did you clog in, man? Or how much shit did you spee out now that the toilet's now clogging?
Yeah. Like, ew. You see them just working, minding their own goddamn business, while all the rich people are just like in a fetal position, just like oh my god, what the fuck's happening? I'm saying fuck too much. Sorry, not that.
And like,
But yeah, go on.
the captain and the Meteor are just having again another battle of ideologies where the captain's like, you people are living in a world where you guys get to benefit off the stuff.
I don't think they were battling. They were sharing. They're more of like sharing. They're like, go, tell them the truth.
Oh yeah, it's more like you tell your side of your worldview and I'll tell my side, and then meanwhile Paolo's just like, please stop.
Stop talking. And then they're like trying to like shut off the power so they would they would stop making people panic.
Yeah.
Because these two drunk fucks are spewing out philosophies while the ship is like rocking and everybody's throwing up and in panic.
And then
they turn off the lights, but the intercom's still alive.
Yeah. And then the cherry on top is the pirate attack where they're attacked by pirates and they fling a hand grenade towards the British couple. The woman's like, oh look,
is this one of ours? It's like, I love how Winston was just like, whoa!
Well,
you just hear a little pop.
Well, Clementine doesn't realize like, oh, there's no pin anymore.
Yep.
That's odd.
I feel like a grenade on a boat in general is just like, yeah, toss that right now. For somebody who's around the material a lot, you're very nonchalant about it.
Yeah, maybe just commentary of like how oblivious some of the 1% is, especially I guess people work in that industry like, oh, well, hey Winston, what's it mean when there's no pin? And Winston's just like, oh fuck. And you see, like, for a grenade. Yeah, that makes sense that it'd be that small.
Yeah, dude, it's not supposed to explode in gravitas.
Yeah.
It's supposed to just fling metal around. So.
But the pirates do hit something, and then the entire boat explodes. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, and this is the point where I was like, oh, so it's a pirate attack. Because we did see, like, there were guards with guns.
Yeah.
So we're going to see that. And then what I thought was like, oh, I guess Carl and Yaya, through this experience, their love will grow. Nope, 3 hours later, they're stranded on an island.
Yeah.
Like, where is this going?
And then the last act of the movie is the Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Where they all started to like see or try to fix themselves right on the island. Just like, hey, we're rich. We don't know how to take care of ourselves because we have people to do that for us.
Yeah.
Now we're on our own. I guess, except for Paula. Like, she tried to be professional as much as she can.
Yeah.
But, of course, that wasn't really working out.
Yeah.
And then... But yeah, Abigail comes in at the last third act.
Yeah.
And she delivers.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. So she comes in the rescue... Sorry, like a lifeboat.
Yeah.
With food, pretzels, water, Evian. I love how they're like, instead of water, it's just called Evian.
Yeah.
And to everybody, they tried to like show dominance over her because she was toilet manager.
Yeah.
But little did they know that she's the only one who could catch food, make a fire, and survive in the wilderness.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a racist commentary, but but not gonna lie, Filipino people, they know how to do their shit.
Yeah, and she's the one who establishes herself as the captain. Because Paolo's like, you shouldn't do that to the guests. She's like, we're not in the cruise anymore.
On the yacht, yeah, we're not on the yacht anymore. And she established dominance pretty well.
Yeah.
Galava Dimitri was like, hey, calm down, because once we get out of this, I'm very rich, and I can make it work for me. And as nice as the job sounds, that's a really big bitch slap to somebody's face.
Yeah.
Coming from a rich guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, shut the hell up.
Like, oh, when we go back to your world, you'll see me as someone lower again. That's nice.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, she's the only one who knows how to cook as well.
Yeah. And like,
nobody knew how to do shit.
That night, Carl and the one of the boat's engineers steal pretzels and they get in trouble because what the fuck are you doing? We're all out here trying to survive and you're stealing food, so you're punished.
Oh, Yeah, but before that, when they got to the island, like when the Russian guy got to the island, another person was with them,
Yeah.
and we are a little bit confused that he might be one of the pirates, or he could be one of the engineers.
Yeah.
This is the thing that they never answered, which I loved. Because this guy was actually a pretty good supporting character
Yeah. And
all
then
throughout.
Dimitri's like, "Why are you here? Are you one of the pirates?" He's like, "Are you just saying that because I'm black?"
Because I'm black? I'm not one of the engineers.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you not in a uniform? Well, when the attack happened, I was asleep. I was like, it does make sense.
Yeah. But yeah, like for a while, Carl and the rest get punished, but like Dolly, Abigail invites him back to the lifeboat, and you're like, you know why, but it's unspoken of why until it's revealed later on. You're like, yes, that's the reason why. I can't blame Abigail for taking advantage of the situation, and it is a shitty situation to be put in.
Shit made me laugh so hard because, you know, in that scene where, put your hands down. Like, your male actions are aggravating or you're hurting her.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? What? So this is the like, for sure this is also another topic there. Yes. This is the hierarchy now, or the matriarchy part. Yeah, there was a commentary on that as well. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Because she did establish dominance.
Yeah. And then she uses Carl for sex in exchange for food and other stuff. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's fucked up, but it's supposed to be fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if the roles were reversed, this would have been a pariah.
Yeah.
But that's the commentary. The fact that the roles are reversed in this one, and nobody's batting an eye, is really messed up.
Yeah.
And the fact that Yaya is like, oh, you know, clearly at the start, Carl was kind of like just trying to like get Yaya food. As it goes on, he develops feelings, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is just a very odd movie. Seriously, don't take our words for it. Like, we're just reviewing this. we're not trying to shove down any political views or any social justice.
We're just trying to relay what the movie told us, and we're the messengers. Don't shoot the messenger. You watch the movie and you decide for yourself.
Yeah, you decide for yourself. Watch the movie. I really suggest watching this movie.
Yeah.
It is a blast. In more ways than one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I kind of got worried for Abigail when Yaya's like, I'm gonna climb a mountain, and then Abigail's like, I'm gonna join you. You're like, don't do that.
Dude, there's so many moments where I was like, Yaya's gonna push Abigail off a cliff. Like, that was in my head. I was like, she's gonna hit her with a rock or a stick, or one of them's gonna die.
Yeah.
Before that, though, what was his name again? Hold on, I'm guessing. Jarmo, the guy who's trying to flirt with Yaya and the daughter of Dimitri, kills a donkey.
Oh,
which
yeah.
was the thing that was haunting them for like the amount of nights they were there, because it started making sounds.
Yeah.
They kill that thing. Hard thing to watch as well.
Yeah, because
donkey didn't die at one hit.
Yeah. Campalo's like, oh god, it's still alive, and he's here. Bang! Bang! And then it cuts away to like the aftermath, and you just see the guy being like,
Yeah. I didn't like that scene.
yeah.
But for a pirate, and by the way, they confirmed he's a pirate. The dude was very supportive. Like, they all hugged each other. Like, these boys, the bros, were just like, you did good. Because the dude clearly needed it.
Yeah. Well, like, while Yaya and Abigail were climbing the mountain, like, the German woman spots a guy selling shit, and then...
Yeah, like, for tourism.
Yeah. And this was the
part
I was like, is that from the victims of the boat? Or are those just knockoff brands that you're selling that you got from somewhere else?
Yeah, these are knockoff brands that he's selling. Because it's the island that they're on, lo and behold, was a tourist attraction. They were just on the wrong side of the island.
Which makes so sense. Just the resorts are like, who the fuck killed our donkey, and why?
Just like a lot of these movies, just like fuck. Okay, like they're so close to civilization the whole time, but they just had this whole Lord of the Flies situation, and it was just funny.
Yeah.
And like, I do love the little story that Dimitri and the pirate had. I keep forgetting his name. Where he's like, "How much do you make as a pirate?" And it's like, for 30,000 euros if it's a successful job. And you could tell the parallels between a pirate and a capitalist, rich guy.
Yeah.
And it was a nice scene to watch, I'll say. But yeah, they see an elevator that leads up to a resort.
Yeah.
And Yaya and like Abigail are just, hey, let's take a moment. We finally found civilization. We're going home.
One of them is.
We don't know. The story's open ended. Like, we watch them, and then we're like, if they go, Yaya goes back to her leisure life. But if Abigail goes, she loses her power.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh no. She's like, oh, I'm just gonna go wee-wee. She actually just grabs her rock. And Yaya goes, hey,
You wanna
I
work for
like
us?
you. You want to work for me as an assistant? Not gonna lie, it's not a bad
Yeah.
chapter.
Like what compared to
But
what?
it's still no.
Yeah.
I say it's a better option than being a toilet manager.
Yeah. Or whatever Dimitri was gonna offer.
Yeah, but still,
You're still
Like-
looking down.
you're still looking down on her.
Yeah.
Like once you saw civilization, you immediately look down on the person you regarded as a like high value person.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you started matriarchy,
Yeah.
and she was giving her all this like, hey, you did this, you did that. That all went away once they saw the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then the last shot you see is Carl just running through the jungle, like,
sick scene by the way.
yeah,
With with like the rave music going on. I'm downloading that.
yeah,
Like him running, I was like, oh shit, he knows.
yeah,
He knows she's gonna kill, or one of them's gonna die.
yeah. And it ends there, and you're like, this is an odd movie.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, same here. I see why Donna De Leon is up for consideration for being best. I think best supporting actress or best actress. I'm not really sure. So like, I'm glad I watched it. Will I watch it again? Give it some time, maybe.
Yeah, or watch it with friends.
Yeah.
Cause, well, get an abundant amount of friends. Like probably like some who are like who like political shit, and some who just likes to enjoy seeing people throw the fuck up. Yeah. So yeah, there's a full range of like movie enjoyers for this movie. Like it's shot well. The acting is great.
Yeah.
The commentaries are there, and then there are funny scenes.
Yeah. Ultimately, what would you rate this?
Yeah, I pretty much gave my rating commentary. So like, I don't know. I'm gonna give this one like solid. No, not solid. 7.5 out of 10. Kind of.
7.5.
Yeah, because it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever watch this. I don't think I'll watch this leisurely. And for sure, some commentary went over my head. Some I saw, some I missed, for sure. But other than that, I enjoyed this movie. 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10 is still an above average score, so it's a good movie. I suggest watching it.
Yeah. I'll also give this a 7 out of 10. I do like the characters. Commentary is very interesting, and like I feel like right from the start there's like a reversal of roles, literally, and you're like, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like, is it for everybody? Like you said, not really, but if you sit down and watch it, I'm sure a lot of people would enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
Especially like the dinner scene where they're like, Rich people suffering. Yay.
Yay! Investors don't go away if you're. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, that's been. I guess that's been our video on the Triangle of Sadness. What do you guys think? Do you think Dolly De Leon should win for the Oscar? Please comment down below. If you want to see more of us on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We also have a Facebook, Spotify, and TikTok under the same name. TikTok to see our best and funniest moments. Spotify to hear us on the go. Maybe you are on a cruise when you listen to this, and hopefully it goes way better than this one. And Facebook to see us react to trailers, stream games, and about our lives from time to time. Individually, you can find me at JanDalphos995 on IG and Twitter. How about you?
You can find me at JohnGeoF_ on Instagram. It is my art now.
And that's all the time we have for now. We'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey!